Hey folks, hi, this is Gigi on the budget. How you doing today? Glad you're here because today is going to probably be the first chat we've had, as far as a long chat, in a few weeks. You know, I was out traveling, seeing my family, my son and my daughter, and then I got a bad cold, or I'm thinking it was just a really bad cold when I came home from back east. And then this week has been just busy, been a good week, finally feeling good. Now doing my my chat here, but busy. But let's first start off with a little drink, little coconut rum. And this is one, I think it's called One Sparkling Water and strawberry. And I threw some strawberries in here. Let's just take the test. And it's tasty. Cheers, folks. All right, we're going to go ahead and drop some money. I did drop some money. I have been dropping money midweek because we got dental work we got to take care of, and that ain't going away. We got to keep going on that. Want to stay focused on that. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about the week. Had some celebrations, had some good times, and it was just a nice week. So let's go ahead and see how much money we're gonna be dropping here first. But this week was my mom's 85th birthday. That's right. And you know, sometimes you just never know. Let's go ahead and cut the money first. Okay, ready? 20, 60, 70, 75, 85, 95, 100, and then 120, 130, 135, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, $140. That's not bad. We'll be taking that money. So let's go ahead and put that in my little castle here. So anyway, I think Monday I just kind of took it easy because I was getting better. Tuesday that was my mom's birthday. And one of the things that she wanted to do for her birthday is, my mom turned 85. Looks great for 85. Still mobile. Still has all her faculties. Is that the right word? Faculties? It sounds like a school. I'm not sure that's the right word. Anyway, she's all there. She's present. She knows what's going on. Can't get much over my mom. And she said, and she made it clear that she wanted to stay and she wanted to get a tattoo. She had an old tattoo that she did when she was a kid. You know, some of us may have old tattoos like that. So anyway, she had been wanting to cover it up for many, many years. So she said, why not? Why not on my 85th birthday go ahead and do that? Why not, Mom? So we made it happen. Me and Big Dog took her out to Dark Horse Tattoo out there in Gilbert, Arizona. Gilbert, great job. My mom's really pleased with her tattoo. There she is, all smiley. And then after that, we went out for steak dinner. She wanted to have a steak dinner, so there we did. We did that too. But it was nice to be able to do that with my mom. It was nice to be able to take her and just watch her as she went through the process. Because I've been thinking, look, I got my first tattoo. I think I just turned 30, and that's Luna back there. And it was my only tattoo. It was my birthday. I think it was probably turning 30 or 35. And had a few Mai Tais, and I was in Hawaii on a business trip. It was probably 10 or 11 o'clock at night. I said, I'm going to get a tattoo. So got a tattoo, little rose. Probably should have gotten something else, but after a couple Mai Tais, I was just getting a tattoo. Not quite sure, but anyway, I did that. But I would like to get another tattoo because, you know, they say once you've had one, it's easier to get another one. So I have a design, so I'm thinking maybe when, because after 30 days, we're going to take my mom back so Gilbert can just kind of look at it. Does he need to do anything with it? Because so far it looks really good. But, you know, it's a process. And, you know, the reality is as we get older, our skin takes to the ink very differently. You know, our skin is thinner. The way the ink adheres to our body may not be as easily as it was before. So we're just going to go back so he can look at it again. But it was a great day. He did a great job. Very pleased with that. Wednesday, let me go ahead and start dropping some money because, you know, I'll just, because I'm just so excited to be talking. That's right. To you folks. Let's drop some money here before Gigi gets all distracted. Because, you know, that can easily happen.
No. Really?
Let's go ahead and drop some $5 here. Put that there. Yeah, yeah, so we did that Wednesday. Still dealing with my knees and gel shots. Finally got the... is this that ink? Are you kidding me? Okay, that's going to go to the side for right now. We use this one. Find out what the heck's going on with that. $5 here. Still dealing with my knees. So this is the first time I'm getting gel shots in my right knee. I got them last year in the left knee. But now I'm starting to have issues with my right knee. So series of 3, once a week. I'm able to get them both at the same time. I just hate doing that because I feel like walking on stumps. It's a process, and it takes... Hold on one second. I thought I heard something, and sure enough, Luna... I guess this fell off. I didn't realize that. I'm not seeing... Oh, it must have fallen off the closet door because the door to come into the studio is still hanging. So I heard her chomping on something, so it's like a kid, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, here's my $5. And what was I talking? Oh, my knees. So next week I go for my last shot in both knees. And next week we're also going to be flying out, doing some traveling again. We're going to go ahead and skip this one right now. I like to do that last. We're going to drop $40 in here because this did help. I was able to take out the money for my mom's taking her out to dinner. My son-in-law, his birthday was in June. In fact, it was yesterday. It's Thursday. Today's Friday. June 5th, he turned 35. The birthday boy. So me and Big Dog were able to send him a little something. So I was able to pull money out of here too. So, can't remember. I think I stated who I'd gotten this idea from before, early on when I first started. I want to say Mom, X and O's and X's. I'm going to look for that channel again because she's the one that gave me the idea about, these holidays come up and you want to save something. And because it always tends to be extra expenses. And she's right, like for Valentine's Day, we go out to dinner, our first date, our first meetup, we like to go out and celebrate those things. And so I was able to pull the money out of here. For birthdays, I've been able to pull money out of here because this really has, and I keep a track of what I've been using the money for. See, so this is coming in handy because guess whose birthday's coming up next? Okay. I won't be too obvious about that. All right, let's go ahead and drop 17 in here. And I'm going to drop some money in the Christmas money. In the Christmas account. That's 5. So when I come back from Colorado, Big Dog's going to get the vehicles, my car, smogged, because it needs to be smogged. And so does the truck. The truck's tags are due in July, mine are due in June. So I'm probably not going to have all the money for my Honda because I'll have all the money for the truck. It's like $50 because his truck's a lot older. My Honda's only like 5 years old. Got it right before the pandemic hit. It's a 2020, but right before it hit. It got crazy. So here's $17. So we'll be getting that before the end of the month because that's got to be paid up by the end of the month. Let's see, how much money do I have in here? And I don't have it all, but at least I have something. Because this is what we paid for the Luna, not the dog with the trailer. So let's see, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. And I know I owe, so 87. And the tags are like 2 something. So I'll probably have half. That's okay. Hey, look, it's better than pulling all of it out. At least I'll have half. So anyway, and we're not doing this one. So go back over here. So I did that. These are the 2. This and the teeth. The teeth that chatter. So, what did we do? So, we did that, and Wednesday, okay, folks, Safeway, Fry's, which are grocery stores out here, the first Wednesday of the month, you get 10% off. Check out to see in your area, you gotta be, over, I don't know, I think it's 65 or 55. I'm not quite sure. It's a senior discount day. I'll look it up. I'll put it right here. You gotta be 65 or 55. I'll look it up because you get 10% off your grocery items, which is nice. So I don't do a lot of shopping at Fry's because I found that Walmart prices for me are just a little bit better, and that's usually where me and my mom will do the bulk of our groceries. But once a month, we're putting it on the calendar, and we're planning when we're going to go down there because that's the day I had to get my shot. So after I had my shots, because that was in the morning, right across, well, it's almost like around the block is where Fry's is at. So went down there, and I think my ticket was like 90 something. And ended up saving like $12. Hey, $12. It wasn't a huge haul, but there are things there that I'll pick up, because maybe I don't find them at Walmart. So check out your area because if that's money you can save, more money in your pocket, you want to do that. That's just what I'm saying. So my mom did a little haul and I did a little haul. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Oh, I got a bunch of fives. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75. 75. Let's see what we have over here. I have $3. Here, let's do this. So I have now 72. I might be able to do the 72. All right. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, 72. Okay, so we're going to do that in a minute. But anyway, so we did that. And then, oh man, Thursday I was just relaxing. Because I felt like I was walking like that, tick. Today they feel a little bit better. But it's just a process. I just got to push through. I know once I do that, then I'll be fine. But it's just an annoyance. But I'll be glad that once I stop traveling, then I'll be able to start playing golf and my knees will be ready. So that'll be nice. I'll be able to put $6 in here. Because, hey, it's already, almost halfway through the year. Chris is going to be here before we know it. We want to make sure that we start putting money in this one because we don't want to be caught by surprise. Because we weren't prepared. No. We're going to be prepared because it worked out really good for us last time. So we're going to do that, and we are putting 72 here. And you know what we got to do, right? Everybody knows what we got to do here, right? I know you know because I know you're waiting for it, right? That's right, baby. Getting kind of slow there. Okay, so anyway, let's see here. We're going to be putting down, I think, 72. That's what we counted. Now let me explain what I'm doing here. Oh, I should have got another sheet.
Get ready.
I'll just put it on in the back. So, we need $36.21 and Big Dog's tooth bill, I should say, will be done. That's the total amount of money that we need to save for him. We've already paid against that $500. Yeah, $500, and I thought we had another small one. But anyway, I'm going to just say $500. We have saved to date. This is where I was getting messed up. I was not putting down the actual amount of money we have saved. We have saved to date $2,102 because when I take out the $500, that left me with $1,602. So $2,102 and $36.21 is what I still need. So if I take out the this is where it gets confusing. So if I take out the $1,602 from here, probably a couple thousand still. That's not bad. So from December, we've already saved over $2,100. Everybody stay with me? I'm hoping I didn't go too fast for you folks. You folks are pretty sharp. Gigi sometimes a little bit slow because, she suffers from math trauma. But I was able to figure that out. I know. So when I did my drop midweek, it was 42. It was 1642. In reality, we've saved to date 2144. So I think I'm going to just use the 2144 number as to what, I might just do two numbers, like what I actually have in the envelope and what we've saved to date. How about we do that? Save to date and then cash. Because I'll be taking money out because as we go along. as it is, he has an appointment July 8th. I do too, but they're not doing anything. They're just going to look at my space. The hole in my head. And because I haven't been in since I had that tooth pulled. So I just have one implant. He's got some dentures going in. So when he goes in, STD, no, maybe I should put savings today. So everybody knows what that is, and it's not STDs. So anyway, July 8th, I know I have to take in a couple $100. I was pleased about that. And that's when they're going to do a lot of work on him. I have an appointment with we're both going to the oral surgeon that day. But they're just going to take a look-see at my space. I guess that it's healing fine, it's right on track. And it won't be until, I think the schedule said November, that I'll have to go back. So that gives me plenty of time to continue to save and keep dropping more money in here. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's see here. As far as cash, I have $16.44. And today is 6662625. Okay, and I'm putting down 72. And so 72 plus 1644 plus 72 equals 1716. That's how much cash I have. I have saved to date 2144, 72, 2144, 2216. That's not bad. See, I don't want to just have the number that I have in the envelope, because I'm going to be pulling cash out. I want to know what I have available to me, but I want to know what I've been saving to date, because like I said, I've pulled out money out of here for his impressions to date. So I'm pleased with that. We're right on track. We're going to be looking good. He's going to get his stuff taken care of, and we both will. So you just got to be consistent. Of course, doing the midweek drops are helping. I'll be doing another one. And even when I'm not, when you folks don't see me here, I'm still doing transfers, and I'm tracking those on here as well, because gotta save that money. Just like when we were doing Aruba, I had to be consistent on it, and that was an $8,000 nut that I had to cover. And you know what? We covered it. We had a great time. Oh man, that was a fantastic vacation. So anyway, go ahead, put that in there. More money. And I think, let me color my tooth. $72. So that's great. I'm really pleased that this is coming along, and I'm hoping to get it done before December, because I'm surprised. Well, it's a $100 challenge, but I would like to get it completed sooner than December. Well, I'm thinking I'm going to have to get it done sooner than December. I'm going to look at the dates, because I have a schedule as far as when we need to be going in. So I'll have to look at that schedule to see when my work is going to be completed and when his work is going to be completed. Because $5,000, I think our total dental work is probably closer to $8,000 between the both of us. Because I was the one that started early, because I was concerned I might be having issues with this. So I need to get in there. So that's why we started. But I'm thinking the total that we're going to be saving is $8,000 altogether. But I needed to at least get us on track. That's why I'm trying to do the double, trying to do the drop in the middle of the week. So this way we can go ahead and try to get through this faster. So we'll see what happens. So far we're doing pretty good. I'm kind of pleased with that. But anyway, so we're done with that for today. So aside from that, how you folks been doing? Take a breath, Gigi, because it has been, it's been a week. It's been a month. My Charlie, she looks like she graduated. She looks like she completed kindergarten, and she's now going to be a first grader. She's, they just get too big. We're going to be going to see my sister, and my mom's got another great grandbaby over there. That's her only great grandson. So we'll be seeing my sister's family. So that'll be nice. We'll be out there for a few days. And I haven't been in Colorado. Oh, last year, 2023, I think, is when last time we were in Colorado. We were in Colorado. Because I believe that was our road trip. I do not think that we have been back there since. I get the feeling like I've seen his son, because he has a son out there. My sister has been out here quite a few times, but I have not been out to Colorado. Yeah, it's probably been a couple of years is what I'm thinking. So it'll be nice to be able to get out there for a little bit, at least be able to get out of this hot weather. But like I said, the big thing that we did this week was really celebrating my mom and her birthday. I'm going to attach a clip of what I was able to put together for her from the family, because in my family, just like the Big Dog's family with his kids, in my family, between my brothers and sisters and all our kids, we're like separated by 5. We all live in 5 different states. So, and she's got a sister that's out in California, and then she's got a brother who's in Nevada. So I was able to get everybody to do a clip to tell my mom happy birthday, kind of share, whatever greetings they wanted to share. And I was pleased that everybody, submitted whatever they wanted to say. I was able to surprise my mom with that. I'm going to include that in the comments below. And I was pleased that worked out. It's nice to be able, it would have been nice if we would have a party, but, when you have family that far away, it just makes it more and more difficult. And I think that's why as we get older, or maybe I speak for myself, you want to try to be closer to family. I think that's why I look forward to being able to move closer to my daughter. It'd be great if my kids could move out here, but that I don't see that happening. But we'll see. I never say never. Don't know what's going to happen. Right now, we're going to be sitting tight for a while because, the reality is this real estate market is kind of bonkers right now. So we just have to kind of chill and kind of see where it goes. We're going to be in this house 5 years. Next year, it'll be 5 years. And I find it funny because about 5-7 years, I just get a little itch. I need to, I don't know why. I just like, okay, what's out there? So Big Dog says, no, he ain't going nowhere. Okay, okay, Big Dog, whatever you say. You just relax. But I was glad that we were able to all get together, my brothers and sisters and all their kids. I was able to get a niece of mine and her mom, and of course my mom's sister and her brother, and her niece was able to make that happen on that side of the family. So it worked out really nice. My mom was really surprised, took her out to have a good steak. Gilbert did a great job. But it's times like that you really want to cherish those times and be able to celebrate the people that are in your life. And sometimes we can say, oh yeah, we should be doing that every day, celebrate life every day. But you know what, sometimes life gets in the way. You just get busy. I was listening to something recently that were talking about young moms and how they're so under stress and they're working and they're with babies and kids and, taking care of the household. I'm thinking, that's nothing new. We were doing that too. But I think the difference nowadays, me and my mom are actually talking about that. I think the difference nowadays is that social media. I think it's unfortunate that our young people will sometimes compare themselves to what they see on social media. And the reality, that's fake. I talk about that and I do my videos. But you know what? I just sit here, I chat about my day. I'm not living my life to say, oh, what can I shoot today that I can put on video? No, baby. This is raw. This is Gigi. This is how we play. I'm not going to set up a shot. Now, I do photography, so I will set up shots. But that's not necessarily what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to share with you some of what I've learned during my journey here about budget. And again, budget isn't just about money. Budget is about time too. Because you know what? I think as we get older, we realize that time is really the only asset we own. Money, it goes. It slips so easily through our hands. Time, we have a lot of control over our time and how we want to spend it. And it's the only asset we cannot rebuild. We can't get time back. There's a hummingbird out there. We can't get time back. Once it's gone, it's gone. Just like that. That's why you don't want to waste it. So what I come here to talk about, it's not share my life. I tell tales about my life. I tell you things kind of happen, like my mom's birthday, me and Big Dog. What did we do? Oh yeah, he went and got him some cigars. So he went to his toy shop. And I got one too. But I don't say, oh, today we're going to go to Wine and More because I want to create a story or a reel about you going shopping for cigars. I'm not doing that. Now, I might take a clip about it. I might create something about it. But I'm not scheduling my life around my YouTube channel. That's just way too hard. And I got a lot of shit I got to take care of. I ain't going to be doing that. But a lot of people do that. And unfortunately, a lot of young people do that. And I'm sure older people, I don't want to say I'm older, but I'm sure people my age are doing that as well too. But that's not, I don't think that's living. You know, you want to be present. And that's something I work on every day to try to be present because I'm always thinking about something else. Sometimes you just got to stop. Stop. Be quiet, be present, be aware of your surroundings. What are people saying? Be in the moment and enjoy the moment. And I think that's kind of what I talk about here, my life experiences, what I've learned along the way. So any young people or anybody out there, people my age, younger, older, who want to learn a few things, whatever I can share with you folks, that's what I want to be able to do because I believe I've always kind of done that, even in my professional career. You know, the jobs that I've had, I was worked in social worker, always helping families, and that's something that I've enjoyed. And the thing is, I was able to mix that with my videos and photography, which is what I enjoy doing. But to live my life, okay, big dog, this is what we're doing tomorrow because I got to create, what do they call it? Oh my gosh. It's on the tip of my tongue and I just can't get it. I'm not looking to be a million view, a million sub influencer. Gigi's real. But that ain't gonna happen. If it happens, it's gonna be a lark. That's gonna be like, wow. Gigi be asking, how the hell did that happen? But I just want to, there's a difference. And I think when I was listening to that story about young moms, I think it's the social media which has really affected the way some people will look at their lives through the lens of other people. Oh, am I supposed to be like that? Am I supposed to look like that? Am I supposed to do that? Why don't I have that? Because that ain't you. And that doesn't mean that they're real. Because how many families, let's be real now, how many families have we heard about that are doing great? They're making buku money, making all kinds of money, and their subbies are up and they're raking it in. And guess what happens? Because it's not real, you end up hearing about them going through divorce or separating or having some type of issues with their kids. I mean, that because you know why? They're living to create content. That's the word. They're living to create content instead of living. That's the difference. And I think, you know, as moms are comparing themselves, don't do that. Just live your life with your family and be present with them because you only get one shot. Then it's gone. You know, I know my boy, you know, turned 40. My girl's going to be turning 36. I got my three musketeers here. Like that, it's gone. You know, my Charlie just, you know, finished kindergarten. It's gone. I'm not going to get any more of that time back. My Morgan and Theo, that time's gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm so glad I was there when they were both born. I'm so glad that I was there and I was able to spend as much time with them both when my daughter had our little Teddy. But the reality is that time's gone. You know, I'm so glad that both my kids send me videos, we FaceTime, they send me pictures all the time, so I can feel like I'm connected. I created a channel that I read to my girls, so this way they can at least see who Gigi is, and hopefully when they see me, they're who's that crazy lady? You know, that maybe I'm familiar with them. But that takes time and that takes effort, and it's because it's important to me because I want to stay present. I want to be connected with my kids and with my family. And that's what I'm saying. That's the difference between creating content, you know, to create an image of what you think people want to see instead of being real. Gigi's real here. This is it. Nothing fake. Not doing it. Just sharing stories, you know, about money and Luna, money and time, which are the two most important assets that we need to be mindful of and need to be aware of how we use it, how we spend it, who we spend it on, and how we spend it. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I think I'm going to get off not my park bench, get off my podium. That's not even called. You know what I'm talking about. It's been a long time, folks. Okay. Having all said that, I got a quote for the week. See? I'm trying to get back in gear. So let's go ahead and get that going here. Okay. So this is my quote of the week. And kind of like what we were talking about right now. Appreciate life and find some moment for yourself each day to celebrate life in silence. Because sometimes we got so much stuff going on in our head, we can't even think. We're just like, zzz, like I tell Big Dog, there's only so much stuff that will fit in this head of mine. But it's important for us to, again, appreciate life and find some moment for yourself each day to celebrate life in silence. Even if that's I find what I'm doing is I get up. I usually get up before Big Dog. And because my Luna here let me know it's time to get up because she needs to go out. So I'll get up, I'll take her out, and we have a bench out there. And I just sit there watching her because then she runs amok in the backyard, just running around. And it's just nice just to sit up there. I don't even have coffee at that point in time. Just sitting there, just watching her, listening to the birds, enjoying the coolness of the morning because it's not 110 yet. And just being still. Luna, what, girl? Just being still. Hold on, let me get her. And just being still. And and it's important that we know how to do that. All right, I think that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed our little clip. Looking forward to catching up again. Luna, are you okay now? Huh? All right, you working stiffs out there, hang tough. Gigi's got your back, tits up. And you know what? This one's for you. Oops. And you know what? This one's for you. Salute. Have a good one, folks. See you soon. Ciao.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.